latest eggplant. We're gonna have to spray it. It's got bugs that are eating it all up. The next, that's pumpkins. They're growing slowly. I'm probably gonna have to thin it to one plant per hill. Right now it looks like at 2 in each hill. So this is cantaloupe. It's doing great. Potatoes, I think they almost finished flowering. I still got a lot of flowers. And the okra, let's see if we got any pods. No, I'm not sure if that's a pod or just a part of the flower. Sometimes they look the same when they're small. So we got pretty much all rows got almost full. Got some in it. I've got a few areas that are lacking. The next, after the cantaloupe, we got green beans growing. It's growing pretty good. We got a good growth. This is some potatoes that I planted late. It's finally starting to sprout. And this is the second radishes. So it's time for me to thin it out. It's about big enough to it can be thinned out. But I'm gonna wait until it dries a little bit better, because when it's wet and you're trying to thin it, you might disturb the other ones. So you want to leave it dry, so just in case. It's better. All right, let's see what we can get. Yes, sir. There's a few zucchinis in here. Let's see if we could get the knife going in here. That's one. I think that's one right here. It's still small. We'll let it grow a little bit. So this plant's got, well, this has got one. Yeah, that's a pretty zucchini right there. All right, let's go to the next. Oh yeah, let's go to the other side. This is a big one. This is a good zucchini for frying. Yeah, we got one that's here a little bit too big. When they get too big like this, it's even for frying. See this one right here? Even for frying, it's a little bit too big. They grow so fast. If you're allergic to zucchini, sometimes zucchini will create a rash. I'm used to it, so it doesn't bother me. Especially okra. A lot of people are very allergic to okra plant. It doesn't bother me at all. All right, we got three good-sized zucchinis. I think I'm missing some, but let's go get the squash. Cucumbers, still nothing yet. I don't even see any flowering. Sometimes the seeds we buy, they are substandard. You just can't control it. It's the stuff that I buy from a big box store. I don't have a seed store that I buy. Ooh, there's a good one. Yeah, there's a good one up there. Squash, you can just twist them and they'll break at the stem. Zucchini, sometimes when you twist them, they'll break at the meaty part. Yeah, so that's a good one. There's another one. Crooked. Yeah. When they get about 2 inches, they need to be pulled. And especially when they start to turn kind of dark yellow, yeah, that's a sign they are ready, even if they are small. Pull them out. 2 of them here, but they're still small, and then one back there. Nothing here. Nothing here. Oh, there's a good one. Oh, they're stuck. This is a double. See, double. They're stuck. 2 stuck together. All right. We got 3 zucchinis and 4 squash. Radish is finished. I can't wait for the tomatoes. Man, the peppers, from the last time we talked about them, seems like they double in size. They are about 6 to 8 inches tall. I need to, I was waiting for it to dry up a little bit so I can get the hoe and nip this weed because they're taking some nutrients out of the ground. And we do not want that. Look how much weed around the tomatoes. Yeah, they need to be taken care of. Eggplant, doing good. I think I saw some flowers started to bud. Yep. You know what that means when you see flowers. There's a flower right here. There's an eggplant coming out. We're going to get some squash and zucchinis in a minute, but I just want to give an overview of this garden. The last thing I planted was for the second time was some parsley, and it's been over a week and I don't think nothing is going to come up again. So I do not have a green thumb when it comes to parsley, but the rest are doing really good. This row over here is pumpkins. I have to. This row here is full of. This is cantaloupe. I was planning on running a tractor and run between the rows, but I'm not sure I can do it now on this row. You will see in the other end. The other end is a yellow squash, and you will see how big those plants are in a minute. The fourth row we got potatoes and zucchinis. Again, the zucchinis is just huge. I can't run, even though I want to run up. I run the potatoes to soften up the hill because they like soft soil. So I'm not sure I can because of those cantaloupe. I might move those arms of the cantaloupe and move them in the middle. And last row is okra. And believe it or not, we've got a few okras. I know last time we showed one okra, it was small. There it is. That's the same one we showed that was small. So that is ready to be picked. Another week we should be harvesting some okra. All right, this is a look from the other end. On this first row where we had okra, we got the new plants of cucumber. This is our cucumber here. Only 2 survived from the first planting, so I replanted the second time. And this row has got the yellow squash, so we're going to be harvesting some squash today, and we're going to show you what we get. And this row here is peppers, green peppers and hot peppers mixed. I like to mix them that way. If there's any deer that comes and start eating on them, they could deter some of them. And then the tomatoes. Tomatoes are just exploded in growth. Some of them have flowers, some of them don't. Some of them have little tomatoes, most of them do not. And just trying to keep them within the cages. And by the way, you see a lot of weeds. I'm liking. I need to come down here with the hoe and start working. See how this vine is just got way too big. I was afraid to push it in from down here. I might break it. Same thing with that one. It's just they grow so fast. And these are I think the cherry tomatoes, and they've already got blooms. And one of them already had tomatoes in it. And the two okras, eggplant doing really good. I need to de-weed around them. If you don't, they're going to lose out to the weeds for sure. And this is the one that I grow from seeds. I have deer coming here sometimes. You see tracks all over. I think this eggplant was stamped. Was walked over by a deer and he broke the top of it. I don't think they eat them, but maybe the flowers. So I got me a wildlife camera mounted here, and hopefully we can see if it's a deer or a raccoon. Or we have a pretty bad raccoon population, and possums. There's a lot of possums, a lot of raccoon. So that's why I quit growing a corn and watermelon, because raccoon go crazy about watermelon and corn. I quit growing those. I love both of them, but I don't. All right, let's go harvest some. I'll bring you back when we get. Today is June 11. Today is the day. We got to take care of these weeds. So I've got the tractor ready. We're going to go in between the rows that we can go. And some of the squash and zucchinis are way too high. I can't run my tractor, but I can go halfway through the row and do it that way. Okra is borderline high enough, but I've got some cantaloupe way over there on the end. I'm going to see if I can move all the vines in the row, so I can at least take care of the between the rows with the tractor, because it's a lot faster to do with the tractor than to do with the hoe. But the rest of them is going to have to be done with the hoe. So I'm going to go ahead and move the stuff that needs to be moved off camera, and then I'm going to set a time lapse and to show the weeding between the plants and the running of a tractor. So we'll bring you back. All right, after about an hour running the tractor and de-weeding with the hoe, we're going to see how good job I've done tomorrow after all the green weed that I chopped will be wilted. It looks a lot better than what it was. I forgot to do these zucchinis over here. I need to do them. But the biggest ones are the tomatoes. As you can tell, they got a lot of weed. But because there's no weed within the straw, I think I'm gonna recruit the help of Mr. Roundup. This is a last resort. I don't use Roundup name brand. I use no name brand similar type of product I buy from the local weed and feed store. A lot cheaper than Roundup. It does a similar job except slower. It's not as potent and it's not as fast at acting, but for something in a garden like this, it works pretty good. I don't like to use it, but on something like this, we had so much rain, I couldn't come up here and use a hoe and we de-weed it because the soil was so wet, and you won't do a good job if the soil was damp. It has to be dry to run the hoe and do an effective job. As you can see, running a tractor over this big squash, it damaged the end a lot. But the plant themselves, I think they survived. The peppers looks really good. And the beans over there looks really good. The potatoes, I did shook them a little bit. But they will recuperate, since potatoes it's a root plant. As long as you don't break the green part. And the okra was just barely tall enough that it escaped any kind of damage at all. So it looks really good. So I call today as a success. All right, I think I'm gonna pick some squash. I saw a few of them and some zucchinis, and we'll check it in the morning, see how it does.